Hi guys, this is Tracy and we are doing the highest intention spread by Jeff Burr, the lovely Jeff Burr at dSpirit. He has come up with a variation, he says, of break all the rules spread. So what it sort of encapsulates is your vision, your dream, what your highest intention is, what you want to manifest. I'm just going to have a bit of hot chocolate, yum. What your highest intention is for your life. And what's sort of been coming up for me this week has been really interesting. This is the first week of my holidays, and it's been really interesting. It's been a really interesting way of things, how they unfold, and just a bit of clarity has been coming through for me, and where I want to sort of go. I've realised a lot of things I think I might just have to do a separate video on this, but yeah, I have an intention, I have a direction where I want to go, and I was sort of thinking, yeah, I want to go this way, but things didn't really pan out that way. So, yeah, so we're just going to get into it. So there are directions on how to do this spread. So Jeff has aligned it with each suit. So you separate each of the suits, and you have so 4 piles, and then you have the major arcana, which comes last. Is that right? Yeah. So the first suit is, so yeah, you're going to divide it into 5 parts. Yeah. So you're going to pull 3 cards from the sword. So this is how you are thinking about where your thoughts are aligned. So I'm just going to shuffle the. I'm using the Wild Unknown. My trimmed version of the Wild Unknown, and what I am thinking about, my highest intention. Really good stuff has come through for me. I think that's what I've really sort of found today. Today is Thursday, the 19th of April. We're getting closer to Taurus season, so I think that manifestation is happening. And I did my new moon in Aries spread on the Tuesday. Yeah, because shit hit the fan on Sunday, and Monday I was not feeling good. But there's a little vlog coming up on that one, so it's all good. It's all good. So we're just going to just focus on the intentions with the swords. And it's really weird, like Jeff was saying. I think this one wants to come out. Okay, so we're pulling 3 cards. The first one has come up as the 5 of Swords. Five of Swords always I think of dissection, especially when I'm thinking about, dealing with the wild unknown. There is always this segmentation or division of thoughts. I think it's almost like a time to really dissect what you're thinking and maybe take a closer look inside as to what your intentions are. And like I was saying before, there needs to be a bit of clarity involved, and that's certainly what's happening. And and when you're thinking of division, you can think about what is needed right now. Someone wants to come through. Oh yes, my Stalker card for this week, Mother of Swords. And there tends to be a lot of directness. And once I've divided, my thoughts and had some dissection and some clarity, I think that's what the Mother of Swords is sort of helping me with, is that seeing. She is the all-seeing, the Mother of Swords. That's how I've come to look at her, not to be so worried and concerned about the all-seeing, like that focus. I certainly need that focus in my thoughts as to how I want things to play out. It's not about other people. And I keep on, and this is what this one has been about. And we're going with the Father of Swords for the third card, for that suit. Yeah, so we've got the Five of Swords, the Mother, and the Father of Swords. So what I'm getting is there is this directness that I need to take on. And with the Mother of Swords and the Father of Swords, they're both looking straight ahead. There is no deterrence. There is no distractions. I think that's what the 5 is telling me as well. You know, that if you can hear any noise, I'm still puppy sitting. So forgive if there's any noise, if you can hear other things going on. Yeah, I am puppy sitting and chook sitting and, or house sitting, and guinea pig sitting and plant sitting. So that's what I really like about the Father of Swords. Has got this firm grasp. You can see his talons firmly grasped, and it's on an angle, so it's onto the right side. So he's really saying, take charge of that direction, and it's all in the colours of the chakras. It is all there for you. He's basically saying that it's all there for you. What more could you want? Just follow that direction. Okay, and then you, oh, hang on, I've done it wrong. Interpret as what is serving you. Okay, so I basically did that, I think. What's not serving you. So you're looking at what is not serving you. So you're just keeping the bits that you want to keep. And I think that's more to go with the Mother of Swords as well. She's saying, she's given you more extra support to say, look at what is not serving you. And it's okay to look straight ahead about that and be quite direct. It's something that I'm not really good at being direct. And the advice from the Father of Swords, which I've already said, which I've already spoken about. So you keep the card that is your advice. So I'm just going to put those to the side. Now the next part is the cup. So this is how I feel about my highest intention, which is really quite exciting. I'm really excited of this place, this thing that I've come to resolve within myself, of what I want for myself. And I've been, I watched, I don't know if you guys know of Amber Khan, The Quietest Revolution. She is amazing. And she did the a video she just uploaded about the season for Taurus. So Taurus season is coming up very soon. I think it's on the 20th. So what's that, tomorrow? And she's saying about, you know, when you're in an airplane, you put your mask on first, and then you assist the person that is next to you, whoever needs assistance beside you. Always put your mask on first. And when I was giving birth to my son, and this was actually after, the day after, like the what do you call them? What are those lovely women that come round? How could I forget? Hang on. Mother of Cups. Okay. Mother of Cups. The, oh my gosh, why have I gone a blank? I feel so bad now. Anyway, she was saying that, not the maternity, the midwives. This wonderful midwife said to me was, you have a shower first. Get yourself showered first. Then take care of the baby. Even if the baby is crying, get a shower, because it could be hours before you get to have a shower, and then you're going to feel like shit, and then you're not going to feel very good about that. So take care of yourself first. So I really like that. There was some really gold nuggets that came from the Quietist Revolution. I will leave that link below, also leaving Jeff's original video to this. Yeah, so I think, you know, when you're thinking about feelings, we've got 3 of Cups. When you're thinking about feelings, you really need to sort of sit with them for a while, and this one wants to come out as well. Oh, wow. Okay, a bit of a theme happening. Right, so we have the Mother of Cups. What is serving you? I think what I was just talking about just then was she is, you know, all-reaching. She is spreading out her wings. She is the nurturer. And she's saying it from a space of being quite, you know, she's covered by all these beautiful colours, and she looks really healthy. You know, she's taking care of herself. You know, and then she's offering the cup. The cup is here if you want it, but you need to come and get it. If that's what you need to come and get it yourself. Because in the nature kingdom, they will provide for you, but they're also telling you, you need to go out. Oh my gosh, you need to go out and be assertive. You know, that's what she says to her young. You know, I will guide you. That's what she's doing with her wing. I will guide you. But here is the cup. If you want the cup, you need to come to the cup. But I'm not moving from this spot. You know where I am. Whoa. You know where I am. I will never stop being your mother. I'll never stop being your mother. But, yeah, you really need to take care of your own needs. Then what is not serving you is the 3 of Cups. I was only just talking about this card. I made a comment on Shane's channel, Reading the Wonder, about the 3 of Cups, this interpretation. This always reminds me of gossiping. I'm really taking a negative turn to this card. Even though there's like a sunset and, you know, they're probably having a good old yarn up on that branch there. But it always looks like gossiping. What this tells me is don't listen to other people. You don't need to listen to these other advisors. You need to know what direction you're going in. You need to know what serves you. You know what serves you. And then the advice comes from the Father of Cups. This is kind of interesting because when I talked about my trimmed modifications of this deck, this card always looks like it's raining. So there's this plentiful resources. I think that's what the Father of Cups is saying. And even in the direction, you know, that they're looking, he's in the opposite direction to the Mother. So this is how it was going. Oh, hang on a minute. No, she's actually in the opposite direction. That's what it looks like. So I think that the Father of Cups is saying to me, there is plenty of resources. You don't need to figure it out all now. And what's really interesting is the black swan is in Western Australia, is part of our emblem, our state emblem animal. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But I sort of like too how the Mother of Cups is looking towards the past, I think, and that's sort of the interesting sort of thoughts that have been coming up about my past, to put some healing there and move on from there. Okay, moving on to the wands. Rightio. The wands is the action. The action. So it looks like, yeah, we do that at the end, don't we? We line up the 3 cards, the advice part. Okay. Cool, cool. All right. So the action, the wands. So what is serving me? What is not serving me? And what is the advice? What is serving me? I think travel too. Travel is coming up for me. I've just been thinking of some really cool things that I want to do in the near future, in the possible 2018. Some new adventures. I just got a mini reading. Well, yeah, it's, you know, it was quite, yeah, sort of informal reading. That's the one. Informal reading from Cape, was it Holly from Cape Cod Creatures? I caught her on a live stream and she ended up doing a reading for me. It was really cool. It was really cool. It was like a, you know, one of those spur of the moment kind of things, and being on holidays, I saw her there and I'm going, oh, I'm going to go on there. It was so neat. Yeah, so that brought up some really cool things as well. So I'm really grateful for that moment of being there to connect with Holly. Yeah, she's a cool chick. Yes. What do we need to know for our actions? Nothing's really sort of coming through at the minute. I think we're just going to go for this one. The 4 of Wands. And what is serving you, what is not serving you? Yeah, the 4 of Wands, I sort of seem to think, oops, Father of Wands, wowza. The 4 of Wands, what is serving me is like a focus. Focus. Yeah. It's okay to have a direction. It's okay to have a passion. It's okay to have a space. That's what it looks like. It looks like a portal. It's okay to have that. I think that's where I'm getting to at the minute, you know, with my sacred space and honouring my sacred space, even my sacred energy, wherever I'm putting it at this stage. I really take that with me. It is really important. Like, you know, I'm on holidays and I'm house sitting and I've brought the wild unknown, I've brought my crystals, I've brought my oils, I've got my oracle cards that I made. I brought my runes, but I wasn't really sort of connecting with those very much. I think there's a time and place for runes. And, you know, I bought my paints and watercolours, and I bought a watercolour pad the other day. And I've been digging that, and just, I need those things. I need those things to come with me. That is vitally important. And what is not serving me is the Father of Wands. What is not serving me is the Father of Wands, and what advice? Okay. I don't know. Sometimes I find it hard to read the wild unknown. I'm just going to look on the cheat sheet. What is not serving me? What is not serving me? He looks quite hypnotic, like he could put you in a trance if you wanted to. If he wanted to be there, he could put you in a trance just like that. I think I don't need to be in that space of being in this hypnotic state. I think I need to be quite aware. So the Four of Wands is saying you can, you know, obviously more in this space, more focus, more direction in this area. And the Father of Wands is saying, well, do you want to? Do you want to? You could go over here. Oh my God. So there's, I think, not getting distracted by charismatic people. Like staying in touch with what's important to you. And the advice is the Nine of Wands. Like continue on your path. Don't get derailed. Don't get overtaken by things you may seem attractive, may have possibilities, don't need to go there. Don't need to. Okay, last one is, so this is part 4. Pull one card from the coins. So this is the Pentacles. This is a touchstone to keep you on your path. Yeah, because like that Father of Wands, he could be quite tempting. Quite tempting, that fire. That's Scorpio, but yes, anyway. Yeah, I definitely think there is a higher calling. And like Jeff was saying, I really liked how he said it in his video. You know, from the time he was born, and I've spoken about this before in the personal Hierophant video VR to Shane at Read the Wonder, is like, I'm so grateful that I'm here. I can't think of, I just find it amazing sometimes how I reflect on that in the times when I was born. It was almost like I was this healing tool. I don't know, I shouldn't really say that. But in my mind, my perspective, my perception, how I saw things, almost, you know, my mum didn't have to do a lot of things that she didn't have to do. Okay, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. You know, because my mum and dad weren't together. They separated when I was 4. It's quite a volatile relationship, very unhealthy. And but she chose, I don't know who was the instigator. I don't know, I can't really say. But I'm grateful that I still had connections with my dad's family, because as I've seen a lot in my life, personal experiences, and you know, in my profession, is that it doesn't always pan out. That I'm not saying this is just the general observation. I'm not saying it as a absolute. It is just a general observation that the father leaves the family and then they have nothing to do with him. Not even extended family. So I'm really lucky. That was a 10 of Pentacles I got. So I'm really lucky that my grandmother and my dad's family was such a huge input into my life. I didn't have much contact with my dad. So he left when I was 4, and then I didn't see him. Like, I sort of knew what was going on because Nana told me stuff all the time. There's always keeping tabs. There was always keeping tabs, and he'd pop up every so often. But the next time I met him was when I was 16, like face to face, met this dude who called himself my dad, and I'm just going, don't know whether I approve. Anywho, okay. Oh wow, 3 of Pentacles. Right. Oh, I was only supposed to pull 1, wasn't I? Oh, okay. You get a bit of free story time there. So pull 1 card from the coins, which was the Ace. So this is to keep me on my path. So this is to do with manifestation. This is the place. This is the focus. Can you see the focus again? Focus. Oh, there's the phone. Okay, back to it. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is all that growth. Look at all those different branches popping out after the tree has been felled. You still have that root system there. There still is that connection to the earth below. You can start again. Or, you know, you're still on your path, even though you might have to cut off some dead branches. And that's what Amber Khan was talking about. You need to establish your boundaries and put that line in the ground and say what you want to say. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say what you want to say. Then we're going to pull one card from the Mages. This is the universal guidance to inspire you why you are on this journey to realize your dreams. And actually 2 came out. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. We'll go with that. Yeah, and I also just want to make another thing as well. Like with the Ace of Pentacles, she was talking about removing those parasites. Sometimes you need to cut the tree down to save the life of the tree. It's an unnecessary sacrifice that you need to make. And there's no harm in starting again. It is okay. If that's what is necessary, then that's what you're going to do, isn't it? To save yourself, to save what is precious to you, you might need to chop off some branches for the sake of the integrity of your root system. Okay. So the universal guidance to inspire you why you were on this journey and to realize your dream. Pretty much what I was just talking about, actually. So we start at the Fool. He's on his little journey. Very interesting, the direction too, as well. But when I've got them face down, the Fool is looking at the Death card. It's almost like this mirror image. Like he's saying, just step out, step out into that space. It is unknown and it is scary and it's okay. You'll be okay, and some things will die. Some things will disintegrate. Some things will never be as they have been. And then we line up the third cards. Oh yes, okay. The third cards from each of the suits, the coin, the pentacles and the major. So yeah, I mean, we're coming from the Father of Swords. The Father of Swords is very direct. He's given us, it's almost like this blessing. The sword is across his body, it's across his heart. He is saying it with all that colourful wisdom that comes from the Father of Swords. That directness, that support, that masculine of just go out there and do. I'm really sorry about that puppy. He is a puppy, so yeah. Another father energy, another masculine energy, and he is facing right and saying go for it. Go with it with all the passion that your heart desires. Just go, travel. The 9 of Wands is also climbing that ladder, and I sort of come to understand that it is a progress and it will take me step by step by step to get there, but as long as it's that continuation and it leads you to the moon, it leads you to that intuition, you're following it. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so that desire to manifest, to create. We have the Fool and we have the Death. We're just saying step out, even if things have to die. Things will never look the same. This is an opportunity for you to follow just to follow. And I saw this really cool thing on Game of Thrones. I've just been watching the watching it on DVD, the first season, and what's it? The old fella, the Lord Commander of the what's it at the wall, and he's telling Jon Snow, if you want to be a good leader, you need to know how to follow first. That's what makes you a good leader. I thought that was quite profound. There's all these nuggets that I'm picking up. So sometimes you just got to follow your heart, and you've got to just take it. Take that moment, take that opportunity, even if it is out the door. It's a start, isn't it? And then you can let death take over. You can let death do what it does naturally. I don't look the same as I did a year ago, let alone 20 years ago. So sometimes you need to leave what was in the past. That's where the death is looking. He is looking at the past, saying, it will never happen again. This doesn't need to happen again. Okay, that was the highest intention spread from Mr. Jeff Burr, the Tattooed Spirit. I will leave all the links below, and take care, and I'll see you groovy see you groovy people in the next video. Bye.